y'all. Hey, welcome to Juice on the Rocks. This is presented by the Lioness Den TV. I am your host, Aunt Juice. Thank you for coming through and checking out my content. If you like, share, and subscribe, and even hit that notification bell if you like. What we're gonna do here is basically pop our shit, get some stuff up off our chest, talk about anything that I feel like talking about, and yeah. So we here for a good time, not a long time. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to bring some attention to the text messages that were in the preliminary hearing. Um, and I had to go back to it because I wasn't sure if I heard it correctly or not. And at the time, I didn't know the name that she was saying, but when she was talking about stealing somebody's bitch. So I went back and I listened again, and it was her own brother's name that she said. She said Vari, that she had took his bitch, and she was trying to keep her for her and Jarvis. So I'm questioning if at the time, maybe if Vari knew what was going on. He may or may not have known, but I'm just because she was clearly telling Jarvis in the text messages that she was hanging out with her at the house. And this girl is significantly older than what she was at the time. I think at the time, Naziyah was about 11 or 12 when those text messages were sent, and the girl was, according to her in the text messages, allegedly she was 14 going on 15. So, and this was supposedly Bari's girlfriend at the time. So I'm just wondering if anybody else caught that, or if what y'all are thinking, because it made me curious if he might have known what was going on with Naziyah at the time. Um, and maybe that's why he left, or but I don't think that Jarvis was doing anything to him per se. I don't even think that Jarvis had an affinity for boys, young boys. I think that his affinity was for young girls, and I'll get into a separate video on why I think that it was just about girls, little girls for him. Um, because a lot of male PDF files typically gravitate towards them. Not to say that it doesn't happen to little boys, because it absolutely does, and at an alarming rate. But in this particular case, I don't get that from Jarvis. I didn't see any evidence that suggests. If anybody has anything like that or caught on to anything like that, that maybe there was a possibility that he may have done something to little boys too. Can you guide me to that? Because I have combed through everything that I could find. This case had literally has me in a chokehold, and I have been literally combing everything that I could find. What I do not have, though, is the access to the records, the actual court papers. I do know that a couple of other content creators had that. I think Miss Parker, shout out to her. I think she said that she had them. But if anybody else had them, or if somebody can get her to me, if I can be guided to where those are, like a link or something, if or it maybe if you could share them with me so I can go through them, because there's some other questions that I have too, in regards to some of the statements that were made by the other the other minors at the time, what they were saying. I have some questions, and I know if I go through the paperwork, then maybe that might help me to put some more things together that I've been contemplating on with this case. But I'll be back. Y'all stay tuned. And oh yeah, to those of y'all that keep coming after me about what I said in my other video about Jarvis being her Naziyah's uncle, that was the sworn testimony that was given by Shannon. I know that technically he is not by blood nor marriage. She was not married to him. I know that. But I stated it because that's what she said under oath, that it shouldn't have been nothing more than a uncle niece relationship. I said that just to stay on point with what she said, because I have a due diligence to report it that way so that my channel and my content doesn't get struck or reported for inaccuracy or stating that someone said something that they didn't say. So y'all can miss me with the negative comments. If my content is not your cup of tea, it's nothing to just pass me by, like for real. Because y'all keep doing that and I'ma snap back and I'ma block. So you won't get to say nothing on my channel. Okay. I know what I'm doing and I know what I said and I stand on what I said. But just because she said that doesn't mean that I agree with it. You understand what I'm saying? I can say what I want to say on my platform, just so as long as it's going according to what was reported. Okay. Y'all can miss me with the bullshit, as long as we caught on to what it really is and we know y'all shouldn't be attacking me for nothing. Miss me. Okay. If you don't have nothing to add in a positive way, don't come to my channel with that, with the negativity. I don't need that. I'm trying to break this case just like y'all are. I'm trying to gather information and facts and all like that, just like y'all are. And if you're a content creator, you have a due diligence to report accurately. And that's what I did. My opinion is my opinion. But if we want to have an opinion, we also have to keep on track with what's actually being said or done as well. So I know she's delusional, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But, just because that's my opinion of what the scenario is, doesn't mean that that's not what she said. And I was saying specifically what she said. And also in my own little way, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little dig. It was. And I don't apologize for it, but because I know better. Like I know y'all know. We all know that technically that's not her uncle. But allegedly, according to Shannon's statement, that's what she said. And it's not funny, but I have to, because that's just one of the many alleged lies that she was telling. Like she was literally lying off rip. So anyway, I will come back with another part to this because I have another clip too that I want to show y'all. So stay tuned. I'll be back. But watch the clip too, because I'm gonna attach it here. And shout out to what is that? Hold on, y'all. Let me go back.
Jarvis a message that says, "Don't park in front." Immediately Jarvis replies, "Why?" Then at 0325 Jarvis sends, "You act like you're gonna come outside." At 0325 Naziyah sends, "I can't, I have guests." 0325 she sends, "And people do watch and look at the house all night." At 0326 she sends, "Just park down the street, please. Thank you." 0326 hours, Jarvis replies to her, "Who?" Naziyah then replies back, "People on the block." At 0326, Jarvis replies, "Who is the guest?" At 0326, Naziyah says, "My girlfriend, Vari girlfriend." 0327, Naziyah sends, "I took his bitch." Then at 0327, Jarvis replies to her, "She is our bitch." At 0327, Naziyah sends to Jarvis, "She 14, about to be 15." At 0328, she sends, "Are you close?" At 0328, Jarvis replies, "Is she our bitch or no?" At 0328, Naziyah replies, "Yes, Jarvis then replies to her and says, "You fake." 0328, Naziyah says, "How? She is our bitch." At 0329, she says, "Faye, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad." At 0330, Jarvis replies to her, "She don't know about us, right?" 0331, Jarvis then says, "And is she trustworthy?" At 0331, Naziyah replies, "Yes, she don't know about us."
Okay, and yeah, shout out to Justice is a Process too for the clips for where I got the text messages from. I believe it first was on Court TV or maybe even Channel 2 News Detroit. But either way, shout out to them for the recordings so that I could reference that. I just thought it was, it was strange that she kind of picked her. But if y'all notice too, like Jarvis allegedly had her doing the recruiting without even really asking her to do it because that's a part of like the mind manipulation side of grooming. He managed to have this baby wrapped around his finger so much emotionally that she was just naturally trying to see what he was into just to keep him close to her. And that's so fucking heartbreaking to me because like this girl, she all she wanted was for somebody to love her and everybody literally failed her. And with the exception of a couple of people, but um that literally tried to do things the legal way to try to help her and the other kids in that household. I don't know. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I just needed to say those things. All right, I'll be back, y'all. Stay tuned.